Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Ananya Jain and today's video is all about how to introduce yourselves in different situations of your life or at different stages of your life. Now there is one very important thing that I wish to tell you all. There are people who are not very fluent in English or they prefer Hindi or any other language over English. So let me tell you one thing, that introduction has nothing to do with the language that you speak or whether you are fluent in that language or not. The reason behind it is that I feel that introduction is the first and the most important thing that you do when you're communicating with a stranger. So the person will get to know your language, whether you're fluent in it or not, after you've introduced yourself. So if you're introducing yourself in the correct manner, I'm sure it is going to leave a very good impact on the other person. So you just have to focus on the introduction, and after that you have to worry about whether you're speaking correctly or not. Now, I'm sorry guys if this video gets a little longer, but I feel I've done a fair share of my research to give you a detailed and an exclusive video on this topic. So if you feel that this video is going to be helpful for you, please watch this video till the end. So I have divided my video into 5 categories. So describing 5 different situations of your life. The first one is your class, where you have to introduce yourself in your class. Second is school. Third is outside school. Fourth is a telephonic conversation, and fifth is an interview. So let's quickly start with the first category, that is when you have to introduce yourself in your class. Now the first and the most important things are the greetings. Before that, you should never start a conversation. So now the common mistakes that are made while you're greeting somebody is like hello everyone or hey, hi, what's up. So in an informal setting, like when you're meeting your friends or when you're meeting your family, I would say that you can use these type of greetings. But when it comes to a formal setting like your class, please avoid such greetings. What you can use instead of these is good morning, good afternoon or good evening. Now for that also you have to keep in mind the timings. So if you are greeting somebody before 12 noon, then that is a good morning. If you're greeting somebody from 12 noon, between 12 noon to 4:30 or 5, that is good afternoon. And if you're greeting somebody after 5 till midnight, that is good evening. Now another important thing which obviously is required at the end of the conversation, but I'll mention it here also, is a send off. That is like if you're talking to somebody in the evening and you are you've finished the conversation. So you always have to say a good night. You have to send off. Alright, now the key here when you're introducing yourself is to wear a broad smile on your face and be very confident about whatever you are speaking. Now the second thing and the most important thing is to you tell your name. Now there is a very common query that whether should we say our full name or not. Then the answer to this is yes, you should always say your full name. Now I'll tell you 4 ways of how you can say your name, and I'll also tell you the mistakes that are commonly made. So you can say that my name is Ananya Jain, or you can say my name's Ananya Jain, I am Ananya Jain, or I am Ananya Jain. The common mistakes which are made are myself Ananya Jain. Please avoid using such words because when you're telling your name, you should not use these words. And another common mistake that I already mentioned is hey, hi, what's up, my name is Ananya Jain. You should not say hey, hi, what's up, something like that, especially when it comes to a formal setting. Now since you're talking about a class, you can obviously mention your age, and since you are a minor and are dependent upon your family, you can go on talking about your family. So the third point is your age. I am 20 years old. I am 10 years old, whatever your age is. The fourth point is the place where you live. For example, I live in Delhi or I live in Dehradun, whatever your place is. The fifth one is to talk about your family. So either you can simply start by like for example, my father's name is so and so, but before that there is a very good point that I would want to tell you all, is that you can start with the number. Like for example, I am from a family of 4, or I am from a family of 5, something like that, and then you can go on talking about your family. So I am from a family of 4, my father's name is so and so, he is a doctor. My mother's name is so and so, she is a lawyer. And then when you're talking about your siblings, either you can simply say that I have a brother or sister, his or her name is this and he or she is this years old. But you can also say like I am one of the 2 siblings, or I am one of the 3 siblings. If you're the only child, you can say that I am the only child. And lastly, and the most important thing you can say about is your hobbies. My hobbies are dancing and painting, or whatever your hobbies are. And lastly, you have to end your conversation with a thank you. You can either say thank you and have a nice day, or you can simply end it with a thank you, but it is always mandatory to say thank you by the end of the conversation. Let's quickly come to the second category, that is when you have to introduce yourself in front of your entire school. Now again, the most important thing are the greetings. You can simply say good morning everyone, good afternoon everyone, or good evening everyone. Or you can also say that good morning respected management members, principal ma'am or sir, teachers and all my dear friends. But when you are greeting everybody like this, the key here is to keep in mind the hierarchy. You cannot say that good morning teachers, my friends, principal ma'am and management members. Keep the hierarchy starting from the most highest position going down to your friends and your classmates. Otherwise, you can simply say good morning everyone. And the second thing is to tell your name. Again, full name is important. My name is Ananya Jain. Now, when you are introducing yourself in your class, all of your classmates or your subject teacher or your class teacher was aware of your class in school. So you did not mention your class there. But now you are introducing yourself in front of your school. You are introducing your class or maybe your house or whatever it is in front of your school. So here it is important to mention your class. You will not be mentioning your school because everybody is from the same school, but everybody is not aware of your class. So you will say that I am a student of class 3rd or I am a student of standard 3rd. Then suppose you are speaking in front of your school because you're representing your house. So you can also mention your house there, like I am from so and so house. Then you can simply start with the content that you have to speak, be it any competition, be it any speech or morning assembly speech, whatever it is, you can simply start with your content. And lastly, as I already mentioned, it is very important to end it with a thank you, have a nice day, or simply thank you. Now the third category is when you're representing yourself outside your school. So again, you'll start with the greetings. Now in order to avoid confusion or mistakes, you can simply say good morning everyone or good afternoon everyone, because you're not aware about the chief guests who are present there, if you've gone for a competition or any judges or everyone. So it's better to say good morning or good afternoon everyone. Secondly, your full name again. Third, we'll be talking about your class. And fourth, since you're representing your school, you will obviously say tell your name of the school. I study in so and so school. I study in Delhi Public School. Fifth one, this is an optional thing, but you can still, if you want to talk about it, you can say your principal's name. So my school principal's name is so and so, but you can avoid this also. Then sixth again is you can simply start with the content that you have to talk about. If it's a competition, you can go on with your competition. If it's just a speech, you can go on with that. And lastly, you have to end it with a thank you and have a nice day. So the fourth category is a telephonic conversation. Now nowadays most of the conversations happen on telephone. There are a lot of interviews that are happening over call because of the lockdown as well, and a lot of discussions happen over call. So how do you start a conversation with a complete stranger on a call? That is also really very important, and there are very less people who talk about this and who give guidance on this. So here I'll be talking briefly about it. Now again, the most important thing is greetings. First and the most important thing are the greetings. Then comes your name. Now there are two categories. First is if the person is asking your name, and the second one if the person is not asking your name. So let's talk about this one by one. If the person is saying that am I speaking to Ananya Jain, so you'll say yes, this is Ananya speaking, or yes, this is Ananya Jain speaking. This is the case when somebody else is calling you. Alright. Now the second one is if the person is not talking about your name and simply starts with the conversation. So you can first ask the person that may I know who is on the line. Okay. Now the second part आ जाता है. Second part इसका हो जाता है when you are calling somebody. This was when somebody else is calling you. Now you are calling somebody. So the most obvious thing when you are calling somebody is to say hello before your greeting. So suppose आपने hello बोला, सामने वाले ने भी hello बोला, then you will greet the person that good morning ma'am. The other person also says good morning ma'am or sir. Then the most important thing on your part should be to ask the person's name. That am I speaking to Ananya Jain or am I speaking to so and so? The other person will respond with a yes or no. Then you will say that is it a good time to talk to you or is it a good time to connect to you, because you cannot simply go on with your conversation on a telephone. Maybe the person is in the middle of something and he is not at all free, so you should always ask that whether you're free or not. So is it a good time to talk to you or is it a good time to connect? That's very briefly how conversation is, how conversation starts on a telephone. Rest is a normal conversation that happens. Now, the last category and the most important category is the category of an interview. Now, although there are a lot of questions that are asked in an interview, it's not just the introduction that is asked. There are a lot of other questions, but I am here talking about the introduction only. How do you start introducing yourself in an interview? Because obviously rest of the interview depends upon the questions that are asked, right? So let's start with the introduction thing. Now, the most common question that is asked is, tell me something about yourself, or take us through your resume, or something like that. So first of all, again, are the greetings. So like I mentioned earlier also, when you're greeting, you should wear a broad smile on your face and you should be very confident about whatever you're speaking. Along with that, you should maintain an eye contact with the person. So you don't have to stare in the eye, but you have to maintain an eye contact so that ऐसा नहीं हो इंटरव्यू पर ऐसा नहीं लगे that आप nervous हैं. Now, this category of an interview goes with every kind of interview. Whether you're going for an internship or a job as a fresher, or even when you're changing your job, or your interview, or giving an interview for a society in your college, or even you're getting an admission in a new college. So if you give an interview there, so ये हर तरीके के interview के लिए applicable है. After the greetings, again you have to give your full name. Full name again I'm mentioning, full name बोलना होता है. थर्ड कैटेगरी आ जाती है क्वालिफिकेशन की. ना क्वालिफिकेशन आप तब बोलते हैं जब आप फ्रेशर होते हैं, राइट? सो दे आई विल बी टेलिंग यू 3-4 डिफरेंट वेज जिसमें आप अपना क्वालिफिकेशन बता सकते हैं. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, फर्स्ट वन, इफ यू आर करंटली परस्यूइंग, सो यू कैन से दैट आई एम करंटली परस्यूइंग सो एंड सो कोर्स फ्रॉम सो एंड सो यूनिवर्सिटी, or you can say that I am about to graduate or postgraduate. But in this category, what happens is the interviewer might counter question you that what course or what college. So it's better to say everything in just one sentence and in the first time. So I'm about to graduate wala option, you can keep it as a second option. The better option would be, I feel is I am currently pursuing so and so course from so and so university. Third, how can you say that I am a political science graduate from so and so university? You can also say like this. The fourth category comes is after qualification, then is the position and experience. Now, when you're talking about your position and experience, you should start with the recent one, most recent, not the first one. You should start with your recent position and experience and go on telling them with your about your first one. Okay, so you can start like I am up your position at so and so company. Suppose for example, I am an HR executive at so and so company. So this is one way you can say. Or I work at so and so company in, you can talk about your department also. So for example, I work at so and so company in sales department. This is another way of saying. So first one was your position, second one was your field explain करना. Now third आ जाते हैं experience कैसे बताते हैं. So when you're talking about your experience, you should always mention the number of years, because obviously that's what matters ultimately. So you can say that I have so and so years of experience in so and so field at this company. For example, I have 5 years of experience in sales field at so and so company. Alright, or you can say that I have worked in so and so field, like maybe sales field again. I have worked in sales field for so and so years. So here you are skipping the company part. Either you can say the number of years of experience, your field or position and your company altogether, or you can say your field and your number of years. Just you can skip your company part. Okay. So the next category after your position and experience comes the optional course. Now there are two ways when you are talking about your optional course. So suppose you've taken a course in theory and practical. So if you've taken a course in theory, you'll use in. For example, I am taking a course in, suppose, mathematics. And if you've taken a course, a practical course, then you'll say that I am taking a course on jewelry. So when it is a theory course, you will use in, and when it is a practical course, you will use on. Okay, this is a very grammatical thing that you should always keep in mind. After this category comes the awards category, which is very simple. You can simply say that I have been awarded with, or I was awarded with. Now the key to keep in mind here is, first you'll talk about your award, then why was it given, and then when and where was it given. So for example, I was awarded with so and so for proficiency in English in my school or in my first year of my college or जहाँ पर भी मिला होता है. So you have to keep these three in mind, these three things in mind. First is your award, then why was it given, and where and when was it given. Okay. The next category is about your responsibilities. It is very simple, the positions and responsibilities that you have held, but again you have to start with the most recent responsibility, then you will go back. For example, I was the head of the HR team or something like that, so you start with the recent one and then you will go back. Then 8th one comes the hobbies and passions. Now this, when you are talking about your hobbies, the first thing is to keep it very brief. Alright, because already your introduction has been so long, so interviewer के पास इतना time नहीं होता कि वो आपके hobbies और passions को सुने. But क्या होता है, if you have been qualified for another round, anyway in one of the rounds of your interviews you'll be asked about your hobbies and passions. So if you are telling them about it in your first interview, you should keep it very brief. Otherwise, you'll be asked later on. And the last category comes the family category, which is an optional category. Again, I would say that it is something that will be asked anyway in one of the rounds of your interviews. So like they can ask you, tell us something about your family in your second or third round or any round of your interview. But if you are talking about it in your first interview round, then you should keep it very brief. So I feel that's pretty much about introduction. I have tried to research a lot about it and give you each and every category, explain everything differently on the basis of different categories. So I hope this is really very helpful for all of you. If you feel this is going to help anyone in your family or your friend circle, please share this video. Do not forget to give a thumbs up if you like this video. Spam the comment section about your suggestions upon which next video should I be making, and subscribe to my channel. Do not forget to press the bell button just near that subscribe button so that you get notification about every new video that I upload on my channel. Thank you everyone for watching this video till the end.